Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Multifamily Investing 101. I'm Travis Watts, the Director of Investor Education here at Ashcroft Capital. In this short video, what we're talking about is underwriting made simple and what you need to know as a limited partner if you're going to invest in commercial real estate, syndications, or private placements. Now, start out with some good news here. The good news is you don't have to be an expert in underwriting. You don't even have to know how to underwrite these deals. This is just an added step in case you want to take a deeper dive into understanding how deals are underwritten and how the value is derived on these large properties. So ultimately, in a real estate private placement, it's the job of the general partner or the general partners or the underwriting acquisition team to run this type of analysis and be able to showcase that to investors. But I want to give you the simplified version so that you can know for yourself and have this in your toolkit so that you can do better due diligence and make better decisions for yourself. So here we go. Let's just dive into it. The first thing that you're going to need to know is how many units are on a particular property. So in this example, I'll say this is a 400-unit multifamily apartment building that we're talking about. The second thing you're going to need to know are what are the in-place rents currently upon purchasing the property. So I'll just use a simple math example. We'll say $2,000 per month. And now we simply multiply those two numbers, 2,000 times 400, and we come up with $800,000. Now, a lot of things in real estate work on a one-year time frame, whether we're talking about a one-year lease or whether we're looking at a trailing 12 statement, which is the last 12 months of income and expenses on a property. We need to have an annualized figure here. So we simply can multiply and come up with 9.6 million. Now, this would be our income, assuming that every single unit was occupied and every single renter paid their rent for an entire 12-month period, which you and I know is rarely the case. So what we now need to know is what the vacancy is on this particular property. And I'll just kind of pull a national average right now, and we'll call it 93% occupied, meaning that 7% of the units are not collecting rent or are not rentable at the moment. So now we can take our 9.6 million and times that by 0.93, which is the occupancy, and that gives us 8,928,000. Now we need to figure out what other income is generated on this particular property. Now, this could be from pet deposits and application fees. This could be from valet trash. This could come from reimbursed utilities. This could be covered car parking. The list goes on, but usually multifamily properties have more income sources than just simply the rent from the residents. So again, I'll have to make an assumption here, and I'm going to call it 5% additional income. So now we can take our 8,928,000, times it by 1.05 to boost it by 5%, and we come up with $9,374,400. This is effectively our total income on this property. Now we need to know the expense ratio on this particular property, which is going to be market dependent and property dependent. But let's just say that this particular deal has 40% expenses. What that means is you or the investment is keeping 60% of that total revenue, and the rest goes to paying the expenses. So now we can take our total income and times it by 0.60, and we come up with $5,624,640. This is a very critical number right here. This effectively is our net operating income, our NOI. And the reason that's so important is because in commercial real estate, this is the number you have to come to determine what the value of a property is. And I'll show you how to do that. So once you know your NOI, you can now divide by the cap rate on that particular deal, the cap rate in that particular market, which again is going to change deal by deal and market by market. But let's just call it a 5% cap rate for some easy math. So you take your net operating income, divide by 5%, and we come up with a total value of $112,492,800. This is effectively the value of this particular deal. Now, if we want to know the cost per unit, we simply take that number, divide by how many units on the property, in this case 400, and we come up with $281,232 per door. So this, my friends, is underwriting made simple from the viewpoint of a limited partner. You've got to know the number of units. You got to know the rents in place. You got to times it by 12 to get your annualized number. You need to know the occupancy, the expense ratio, the cap rate, the NOI, and we can just run some simple math. Should only take a few minutes to come up with the value of this property. So why is this all important to know and understand as a limited partner? Again, it's not your job to be an underwriter, to be an expert in the space. That's the job of the general partners or the underwriting acquisition team. But I believe that fundamentals are very important to understand and have a good grasp of as you go through your due diligence process. This can give you better insights, better transparency, can help you make better decisions when it comes to your own investing. So I hope this short video was helpful for you. Please like, share, subscribe to the channel. That helps more viewers get access to videos like these so that we can expand the education and impact more investors like yourself. You're listening to Multifamily Investing 101. I'm Travis Watts. If you have questions, you can reach me at travis@ashcroftcapital.com. For current offerings and opportunities, please visit ashcroftcapital.com to learn more. Have a great week. Truly appreciate you being here. See you in the next episode.